Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back for another video. Before we start, I just want to say thank you guys so much for hitting 300 subscribers today. I really appreciate all the support on this channel and all the feedback, everyone liking and leaving all the really good comments, even the criticism, constructive or not. I just like hearing others' opinions and seeing what I should and shouldn't do that you guys enjoy and sometimes don't enjoy, and I'll make sure to adjust my videos accordingly. Someone mentioned that I need to use my tripod more often because they get motion sickness when I hold the camera, so I'm gonna start using this nifty tripod from now on. Unless I want to show an individual piece, I might take it off and get a close-up, but I understand it's something I didn't even notice that I was doing because I'm so into the conversation. But anyway, just want to say thanks for 300 subscribers. I cannot wait to see this channel just keep growing, meet new channels. I love subscribing to new channels, so if you're a new subscriber or if you're a new channel itself, let me know. I'll check you out. Shout out any good channels that I think have some good content and all that. Any giveaways, I always like to let everyone aware what's going on in the community. So today's video is talking about my goals for 2017. So before I even start this, I just have to say I just started college about 3 weeks ago, so I cannot work a full-time job right now and just get huge paychecks every week. So I'm on a lot more of a budget than I have been, and most people are. Money is not my first priority right now. School is, and making sure that I stay on top of my grades. That'd be foolish of me to slave myself for money and then end up failing school, and then I owe even more money for the classes that I paid for that I didn't even successfully complete. So school is my #1 priority. I still can do my side job. I work construction on the side. I can still do that from time to time. There's a couple other sources of income, but I'm not going to be working 5-6 days a week. School is #1. So these are goals, they're realistic, but if I don't meet them, I'm not gonna freak out or be all disappointed or upset. They're just some goals, and really it's not even about the goal. It's more of looking at where my stack is and looking on how I'm going to adjust my stack for this upcoming year. Things that I just want to start changing that I previously have been doing, go different directions. So my first goal is to get $50 face of junk silver. I really want to start getting more junk silver. I actually just put an order in today, so there will be an unboxing coming up pretty soon, and I can link you guys to the eBay seller if it's a good return and everything, and it's all good. We'll see how this goes. So if all goes well, then I can share that to you because the prices were pretty decent. So junk silver is my first goal. I have little amounts of junk silver. As you can see over here, I made a chart of my current percent of my stack. So as you can see, bullion is the majority of my stack. It's mainly eagles and maples that's in this category. Junk is really small. Gold is even smaller, and numismatics, all my pandas and stuff and kooks and all that take up another good percent. Let this focus real quick. So I really want to adjust this a little bit. I want these to all I don't want these margins to be so big. I want them. I still want bullion to be the majority, but it would be nice if these scooted up a little more and these kind of all leveled out. So with that, I $50 face, by the way, was of the junk silver. 5 to 10 ounce bars, and I was thinking around 50 ounces of that. I do love poured silver, but I think I'm gonna have to go with the generics, even though they're only like $10 more, but that adds up. So I was thinking some like 10-ounce Sunshine Mint bars, maybe some like a Geiger 10-ounce. I know those hold a little bit more of a premium, but they have the security feature and all that. I used to stack poured bars a couple of years ago. I used to love Atlantis Mint and Jaeger poured silver. Those are my two favorites. I actually also had the Tombstone, the 10-ounce Tombstone, and the 5-ounce Tombstone that came in the little casket. But I was young back then, and I sold it all as soon as I had some type of financial crisis that really wasn't even a crisis. But I learned, and that's what I learned about the community and all that. So I don't regret any of it. But so I was thinking, this time stack some bars to get mainly the lowest amount possible. The poured bars hold a lot more of a premium than these Sunshine Mints, especially if I'm trying to get some Tombstone bars or freaking Pamp Suisse. I forgot the name. The Pamp Suisse. Those hold huge premiums. So I was thinking something lower along the line for closest to spot. If you guys have any recommendations, because I haven't really looked in. I've looked a little bit around, but I haven't really looked much, and I'm new to the generic or lowest spot average bars. I'm new to that, so if you guys can let me know where to buy and what types to buy for the bars, I'd appreciate it. I know most people will probably say Sunshine Mint just because they're so cheap, but I do like switching it up. And I love the Kit Kats, but I know those are usually bars that cast a little bit of a premium. So we'll see what happens. So next up, as we can see, my gold is way out of whack. I want to finish my 10th ounce tube of gold. So I need 9 more 10th ounce pieces of gold. I know some people might say that I'm losing a lot of money buying at such a low fraction, but I really can't afford. If I was gonna get a 4th ounce of gold, I would rather just use that $500 to buy silver. So I feel like paying $120 or whatever it is right now, it fluctuates so much. Paying the $120 to $130 for a 10th ounce, and then maybe add like a 5-ounce bar or a couple ounces of junk in with that purchase. That's not killing my pockets, and I can still do both of my goals that I'm headed towards. So that's pretty reasonable to me, and I like that idea. Maybe I would be like a 10th ounce Eagle, and then get like $5 face of some $half or something. That's not too much money, and that's easily affordable, and that's gonna keep pushing me towards my goal. So it's a win-win. So next up is keep buying my Eagles. The majority of my stack is Eagles. That's the majority of this category right here is all Eagles. I want to continue buying them. I just see so much benefit in them. There's not that much of a premium, and I love that coin. So next up is fill an entire NGC holder. I have 15 slots left. because the NGC holder fits 20 slabs. I want to start getting some older Morgans, 64 plus. You know, I mean a 63 isn't bad either, but I really want to, I see the most benefits with 64 or higher with graded Morgans, and also some MS-70 Pandas as well. I already have a few, but I want to keep on this journey because I really enjoy those. That's something that I stack as a collector. I really love my Pandas, and I know that over the years these 70 Pandas definitely can have some potential. And then also I want to work on my emergency savings in fiat currency. Just continue stacking some money on the side, just so if something happened I don't have to sell any of this stuff and possibly at a loss as well. No one wants to ever do that. Actually, Zach Silverstacks posted an amazing video, and he was actually, you know, he was humble enough to share his experience with that problem where he came into a situation where he needed money, but he had a really strict stacking goal and didn't leave himself any emergency cash because he was stacking so hard. So he had to dip into his stack, and he made a whole entire video on it, and he explained, you know, we have to have emergency cash on the side because I took a loss. You know, he took a loss on his stack just because he wasn't saving the fiat as well. And he said, you know, if I would have put some cash aside as well and still stacked, you know, I wouldn't have to have sold X amount of silver at all that loss of money. And you know, it's unfortunate, but you know, you never know what's gonna happen in life, you know, if your car breaks down or hospital bills or whatever the case is. So I really want to make sure that I'm ready for that as well, and I am as of now, but I still, you know, you never can be too prepared. So those are just some of the goals I'm working on right now. If you guys have any advice or agree or disagree with anything that I've said, let me know. You know, it's a lot of the reason why I show you guys this stuff is so you guys can kind of help me. You know, I'm pretty comfortable and I'm pretty confident in with where I'm trying to go with it this year, with stacking more, just bullion and getting really low premium stuff, and also diving a little bit into gold as well, because I have like no gold at all. So pretty much that is where I'm at right now. I appreciate you guys for watching this video. Also share what your goals are, you know, in the comment section. Let me know what your stacking goals are for this year. You know, I love hearing others' perspectives and, you know, their strategies as well. We can all learn from each other. So thank you guys for watching this video. I will see you for the next video, and peace.